Hello.
Yes, I'm here. What can I assist you with today?
Today I want to talk about late delivery.
Sure, let's talk about late delivery. Are you facing issues with a package that hasn't arrived on time, or are you interested in the general reasons and solutions for late deliveries?
Uh, I want to share my experience. So when I'm channel surfing, I like to watch home shopping channels. One time, I saw a shirt that was right up my alley. I phoned in and ordered one. Usually, parcel delivery services in Korea are very fast. I thought it would arrive in a day or two tops. However, a week passed and I was still waiting on the shirt. I called customer service center. They told me that deliveries were backed up because they had received so many ordered. The shirt was delivered a few days later. Another time, I ordered a pizza. It was during the lunch rush, so the food delivery app said the wait would be 60 minutes. However, it took way longer than that. I was famished when the pizza arrived. Plus, the pizza was cold on top of being late. I had to call and make a complaint. That's all.
It sounds like you've had a couple of frustrating experiences with delayed deliveries, both with the shirt and the pizza. Delays can happen for various reasons, like high demand or busy times. It's good that the shirt eventually arrived, even though it was later than expected. And with the pizza waiting longer than the estimated time, especially when you're hungry, can be really annoying. Delays are often out of our control, but it's important for companies to communicate effectively about them. Have you experienced late deliveries often, or were these just one-off situations?
Yeah, it's not often in Korea. It's not common in Korea. It's just one issue in one event.
That's good to hear that it's not a common issue in Korea. It seems like these were just isolated incidents rather than a regular problem. It's impressive how efficient delivery services usually are there, especially considering how frustrating it can be when you're expecting something and it doesn't arrive on time. Have you noticed any particular times or situations when delays are more likely, or do they seem completely random?
Mm, can you make it clear the last question?
Of course. I was wondering if you've noticed any patterns or specific situations that tend to lead to delivery delays in Korea, like during holidays or bad weather, or if the delays seem to happen randomly without any particular reason.
Yeah, with randomly, and there's a particular reason, like the bad weather, it could be delayed. But normally, it's very fast. The parcel deliveries in Korea is very fast.
It makes sense that bad weather could cause delays, but it's impressive to hear that personal deliveries in Korea are usually very fast. It seems like the delivery system there is generally reliable and efficient, with only occasional delays due to factors like weather. That's a great level of service. It must be convenient to usually get your items quickly, especially when ordering something you're excited about. Have you had any particularly good experiences with fast deliveries that you'd like to share?
Yesterday, I talked about this. In Korea, we have grocery delivery system. When we ordered before midnight, we can get the groceries next day in the morning before 7 a.m. Just around our door, in front of our door.
That's a fantastic service. Getting groceries delivered by the next morning before 7 a.m. when you order before midnight is incredibly convenient. It must be great for busy days when you can't make it to the store, or if you suddenly realize you need something for the next day. It's impressive how efficient and customer focused the delivery systems in Korea are. Do you use this grocery delivery service often?
Yes, very often. As you mentioned, that it's really convenient, and if I only need like eggs or soy milk, I can order them.
That's really handy. Being able to order just the items you need, like eggs or soy milk, and have them delivered by the next morning. It's great for those times when you run out of something essential or just need a few things. It sounds like a time saver, especially on busy days or when you don't want to make a trip to the store for just a couple of items. It's interesting how technology and efficient logistics make such services possible. Do you find that the quality of the groceries is consistently good when you order them this way?
The groceries are sometimes bad condition, like the when I ordered the banana, it's rotten a little bit. That's why I complained the service center, and they refund my money back very quickly.
It's disappointing to receive groceries that aren't in good condition, like the rotten bananas you mentioned. However, it's reassuring to know that the service center responded quickly and refunded your money. That shows good customer service and a willingness to address issues promptly. Even with the occasional problem, it seems like the overall experience is positive.
Yeah.
Have these issues with the quality of groceries been a rare occurrence, or do they happen more frequently?
Not frequently. It's very rare issue as far as I experienced.
That's reassuring to hear. Uh, it sounds like the grocery delivery service is generally reliable and the issues with quality are quite rare. It's great that they have a responsive customer service team to handle any problems that do arise. It must be a relief to know you can count on this service for your regular needs, especially for essential items. Do you mostly use it for staple items, or do you also order a wider variety of groceries through this service?
Mm. Could you make it a little bit clearer and easier again? The last question.
Sure, I'll simplify my question. When you use the grocery delivery service, do you usually order basic items like milk and eggs, or do you also buy a variety of other groceries?
Yeah, I also ordered other groceries like onion, a spring onion, potato,
Got
something
it.
like that.
So you use the service for a range of groceries, not just the basics.
Yeah.
It must be convenient to have everything from onions to milk delivered right to your door. Do you find that this service saves you a lot of time compared to going to the store?
Sure. It's much more time saver, as you mentioned that.
That's great to hear.
Mhm.
Saving time is such a valuable benefit, especially in today's fast paced world. It's fantastic that you have access to a service that makes your life a bit easier and more convenient. Do you think you'll continue to use this grocery delivery service regularly?
Yes. Yeah, I will. I will use the grocery services.
That's wonderful. So, sticking with a service that works well for you and makes your life easier is a smart choice. It's great to have reliable options like this for grocery shopping. If you ever have any more stories or experiences about delivery services or anything else, feel free to share. I'm here to listen and discuss.
Uh, I want to ask one question about key expressions. Uh, be right up one's alley. Do you know that expression, right? And in this expression, alley, what does alley mean? Alley.
Be right up one's alley is a common expression. In this phrase, alley is a metaphorical term. It doesn't refer to a literal alleyway, like a narrow street or passageway between buildings. Instead, it means something is very suitable, appropriate, or to one's liking. So, when something is right up your alley, it means it's exactly the kind of thing you're interested in or good at. It's often used to describe hobbies, activities, or even opportunities that align well with someone's interests or skills.
Mm, okay. And mm, and other expressions, tops. What does tops mean? Like a day or two?
If you have any
Tops.
more questions or anything else you'd like to talk about, feel free to.
A day or two? Tops. What does tops mean exactly?
A day or two typically means a short time period of either 1 or 2 days. It's often used to indicate that something will happen or be completed within that time frame. Is there a specific context you're thinking of for this phrase?
Yeah, I thought it would. I thought it would arrive in a day or two. Tops. What does tops exactly mean?
In the phrase a day or two tops, the word tops is a colloquial way of saying at the most or maximum. So when you say you thought it would arrive in a day or two tops, it means you expected the arrival at the very latest within 2 days. It's a way of setting an upper limit on the time frame.
Okay, and the next one is the weight. Like for the sentence is so the food delivery app said the
The weight like
weight.
the floor seems a bit unclear. Could you provide
So the food delivery app said the wait would be 60 minutes. In this sentence, what is the wait exactly mean?
in the sentence, the food delivery app said the wait would be 60 minutes. The word wait refers to the amount of time you would need to wait for your food to be delivered. It's basically the estimated delivery time that the app is providing, indicating that it should take around 60 minutes from the time you place the order until the food arrives.
Mhm. And the last question is be famished.
If you have any more questions or if there's something,
Be famished. What does exactly be famished mean?
be feminist generally means to support or advocate for feminism. Feminism is the belief in and advocacy.
And I was famished when the pizza arrived. I was famished. Famished. What is the famished mean exactly?
Famished means being extremely hungry. When you say, I was famished when the pizza arrived, it means you were very hungry at that time. It's a stronger word than just saying hungry, indicating a more intense feeling of needing food.
Is it common expression?
Yes, famished is a common expression used to describe being very hungry. It's widely understood and used in everyday language, especially when someone wants to emphasize just how hungry they are. It's more dramatic than simply saying, I'm hungry.
Okay. And the next expression, on top of. Like the pizza was called on top of being late. What is on top of
The expression
exactly?
on top of has a couple of common uses. Like, one, it can mean in addition to. For example, on top of the rent, I have to pay for utilities. This means in addition to paying rent, there are also utility bills to pay. Two, it can also mean in control of or dealing with effectively. For example, she's really on top of her work. This means she is managing or handling her work well. Does this help with what you were asking about?
Um, this is the example sentence. Like plus, the pizza was called on top of being late. In this case, what is exactly mean of top on top of?
In your sentence, plus the pizza was cold on top of being late.
Mhm.
The phrase on top of means in addition to. It's used to add another issue to the first problem. So the sentence is saying that not only was the pizza delivered late, but it was also cold when it arrived. It emphasizes that there were multiple problems with the order.
Okay. Okay, that's it. And I have three new.
If you have any more questions or if there's something else on your mind,
I have three new expressions like phone in and be backed up and the wait. Could you make a small story including these expressions?
great. Let's break down these expressions. One, born in, is used to specify the place or time of someone's birth. For example, I was born in 1990 or she was born in Seoul.
Phone in, not born in. Phone. Telephone. Phone in.
This term is often used to describe a situation where people participate in something by making a telephone call.
Mhm.
This phrase typically means to make a telephone call to a place, often to a studio, radio station, or television show, to participate in a discussion, contest, or to place an order. It's commonly used in contexts like 1. Radio or TV shows where listeners or viewers call in to give their opinions, ask questions, or participate in competitions. For example, there's a phone in segment where listeners can call and ask the expert questions. For example, I phoned into the radio show to request a song, or I phoned in an order for a pizza. It's a common way of saying that you used a telephone to communicate or make a request.
What is different from just call?
Phone in and call can often be used interchangeably as both involve using a telephone to communicate. However, phone in is typically used in specific contexts. 1. Participatory settings. It's often used when referring to calling into a radio show, TV program, or similar settings where there's an invitation for the audience to contribute or participate via telephone. 2. Formal or specific actions. It can also be used in formal or specific contexts like phoning in an order or phoning in a report, where the call serves a particular purpose. On the other hand, call is more general and can be used for any type of phone conversation, whether it's casual, professional, or participatory. For example, I'll call you tomorrow, or I called the office for an update. So while they're similar, phone in has a slightly more specific or formal connotation in certain contexts.
Okay. And the next expression, be backed up. Be backed up. Could you explain about something a little bit more?
Be backed up typically refers to a situation where there is a delay, congestion, or accumulation causing things to slow down or stop moving as efficiently as usual. It's often used in the context of traffic, work, or processes. For example, in traffic, the highway is backed up due to an accident. In work or services, the delivery service is backed up because of a high volume of orders. So when something is backed up, it means there's a buildup or bottleneck that's causing delays.
And what is different from delay and be backed up? What is different?
Delay and be backed up are related terms, but they have different nuances. One, delay. This is a broad term that simply means something is taking longer than expected. A delay can be due to many reasons like technical problems, weather, or scheduling issues. It's used in general situations where there's a slowdown or postponement. Two, be backed up. This term is more specific and often implies a buildup or congestion causing the delay. It suggests a situation where things have accumulated or piled up, leading to a slowdown. It's commonly used for traffic, work queues, or processing systems where the workflow or movement has been hindered due to excess volume or blockages. So, while all instances of being backed up cause delays, not all delays are because things are backed up. Be backed up usually indicates a specific type of delay caused by congestion or accumulation.
What is congestion and accumulation?
Congestion and accumulation are terms that describe different types of buildup or blockage. 1. Congestion. This refers to overcrowding or clogging in a certain area or system, usually causing delays and inefficiency. Think of traffic congestion, where there are too many vehicles on the road, leading to slow movement or even standstills. It can also apply to networks, like a congested internet connection with too much data traffic. Two, accumulation. This means things have piled up or collected over time, often leading to a blockage or overflow. For instance, accumulation of work orders could mean too many tasks have built up, waiting to be processed or completed, which could slow down overall productivity. Both congestion and accumulation can cause delays and inefficiencies in different contexts like traffic, work processes, or data networks.
Okay. And the third expression, the wait. Could you explain a little bit more? The wait.
The wait refers to the period of time one spends expecting or waiting for something to happen or arrive. It's often used in situations where there is a delay or a specific time frame involved before an action is completed or an event occurs. For example, waiting for a service, the wait for the doctor's appointment was about 30 minutes. Waiting for a delivery, the wait for the pizza was longer than expected. In these examples, the wait highlights the duration between the initiation of an action, like ordering pizza, and its completion or arrival. It's a common way to express the concept of time spent in anticipation or in a state of pause.
Okay, very good. Thank you for your explanation. And could you practice the dialogue?
Absolutely, we can practice a dialogue. I'll create a scenario using the expressions we discussed: phone in, be backed up, and the wait. I'll start, and you can respond.
No, no, no. Could you make a little story about phone in, be backed up, the wait?
Sure, let's create a short story using phone in, be backed up, and the wait. Once upon a time in a busy city, there was a popular pizza restaurant known for its delicious food. One evening, a customer, let's call her Sarah, decided to phone in an order for her favorite pizza after a long day at work, and she was really looking forward to it. When Sarah called, the staff member on the phone informed her that their orders were backed up due to a local event that had increased demand significantly. They were trying their best to keep up, but there were just too many orders. Understanding the situation, Sarah still placed her order, but she was told the wait would be about an hour. She was a bit disappointed, but appreciated the honesty of the staff. An hour and a half later, Sarah's pizza finally arrived. She was famished and a bit frustrated, but the smell of the fresh, hot pizza made her forget about the long wait. She realized that sometimes good things are worth the wait, especially when it's your favorite pizza. This story uses all three expressions. Sarah phoned in her order, the restaurant was backed up with orders, and the wait for the pizza was longer than expected.
Okay.
Would you like to add anything or change part of the story?
No, no, no. Now we are gonna do dialogue practice. I have 5 sentences. Like
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please.
I have 5 sentences.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4.